Good morning, YouTube. It's your girl, Kinza Babe. I'm here. I'm back again at my compound today. I am going to do more laundry. Laundry. And then the roofers are here today. The roofers are still here. I'm so excited to be having my building finally closed in to roofing. And then I could move on to my poultry project here now. I just wanted that closed, and I'll do that. I have the whole inside tiles, washrooms, everything, doors. I would just have to come and put windows on, but I have to get the plastering done, and then once I'm done with plastering, then I could do windows and all that stuff. I'm not in no rush as long as it's getting done, right? I'm pausing after the roofing for the holidays. That's just for the holidays, and then I'm coming back in January or to start like doing plastering and stuff. But in the meantime, I might work and getting some of this poultry extension or new chicks or hatching. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I'm buying chicks, if I'm hatching some of these eggs. I don't know. These ladies are laying on the eggs when I go and get them now. They just lay in there and them. So, good morning, Ima. So, can you take this for me, please? Thank you. So, that's why I'm down here this morning, going to deal with the ladies and deal with the clothes and deal with the roofing. They just went upstairs and take the last pieces upstairs. So guys, see you guys in a little bit, okay? So I'm here. I'm going to transplant some plants in a bigger container. Not too much bigger, but I don't want to put anything in the ground because I'm going to be extending. I don't want trees everywhere and then I have to root them up again. Some of these are not doing well, so I'm taking out the old ones that are not doing well. I'll get some other ones to see if they root. Putting these aside because I'll cut some more. Oh, this one is not doing good. The yellow one. I hope this one catch. The yellow, is it the yellow? It's the red. Yeah, that one yellow didn't do good. That one still look like it got a little life. There's no leaf, so this leaf gone. So the guava did not do well. Maybe I have to get the young part of the guava. That's the red. These roots, my shrubs roots, see, they ain't going nowhere. Some of the citrus still not doing well. They're losing their leaves. I'll get them though. I'll get them. I was trying to start some leeks. It's not. See, this citrus is done. Of course, my Cuban time is doing good. Yes. Somewhat. Which one should I transplant in this bigger Ziploc? See, what I do is I reuse these Ziplocs. After I use them in the house, I could put some more soil in here actually. I reuse them, you know, everything could be reused, man. All this plastic. I don't know, this one has, I could see the roots on this one now. I need to put this in a bigger container. Oh, look at these roots already. I think I'm going to put the bougainvillea in a bigger container. I think that's the one I'm going to put in this container. I have more bags upstairs. I think this one is still going good in this container. This one probably needs to go in a bigger container or in the ground. I want this to go in the ground, but I'm afraid. I done last, what, how many avocado trees? So, I have bags. These tires here, these things are not going to root. So, maybe this one here is rooting. These things aren't going to root. This one roots. I want to look like it roots. This is not going to root. I didn't think he took the busted tire yesterday. But we could get tires. The guy at the junction knows us really well and gave us these tires. I want to contain some of these plants because I'm going to move them after my construction is done. If you're thinking, why am I planting in tires? Why am I planting? And these here, I just plant here for now. They won't be there. They, I need to contain them because they are like running plants. They have rhizomes on the bottom. And that's how they produce. So, that's where I'm at with that. But I need to transplant one of these. These things are growing fast. I need to really put these in the ground. I have plenty of seeds. They grow here naturally. I just brought them. They're getting yellow. I brought them down, the seeds, because just getting them here and getting the trees and all that was an issue. So since I was in the States, I just bought the seeds. So these, I think, I have more of these bags upstairs. I just have to fill them. Fill them with dirt from out here. Or fill them with my this is good pattern soil that I mix. That I mix with the cocoa peat. And, we call it cow manure and all that stuff. Chicken manure. So, this needs to go in the ground. When you're doing nursery, you have to always have a method of transplanting because they need to go in bigger container. These need to go in the ground. See, they're done over root bound. Oh gosh, so where am I? I was going under that little thing that I'm making. I was going to, maybe I'll put these in there, but I have to get clear out. So I'm down here early today. It's probably just going at 7. I've been out here from like 6 something. So I have to work on that. The sun is already up that way. When I work with the sun, I try to stay out the sun as possible. So I work with the sun. As it moves, I move to a different area. So it don't be so hot. So let me go and transplant this. I think I'm doing the bougainvillea. Look how nice they're looking and how fast they're growing. I'll create more bougainvilleas because I want to fill like this whole fence. So it looks pretty out here and not just like a farm, like chicken farm and stuff. So I want to transplant these too. I don't know, I might do it in the evening instead of out here in the night, afternoon. Transplant them over here. So everything would be in order. I don't want things all over the place. That's my thing. Okay. I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to work. So I'm down here trying to catch whatever coolness I could catch before the sun come up. But I'm done sweating from the time I step outside. The sun ain't even get hot too well. Look at my glasses fogging. I can't even see clearly. But the up and downstairs too kills me. I'm going to go upstairs and check the roofing. They had the other half and then they have the top, like the pieces to put on. So I'll go upstairs and give you guys an update on that later. So stay here with me as I transplant some plants. I went upstairs and I still forgot to bring some of the containers and the bags that I have so I could plant some trees and stuff in there because I'm not ready to put them in the ground. The passion fruit is coming up, the baby passion fruits. Those I'm going to put because I already have an area for them. But the other stuff, I'm going to fill in the other passion fruit trees. 1 or 2 could go there. so it could fill that area with passion fruits. And then I am going to I have to plan where I'm going to put my chicken coops. I don't want to plant trees because I have to remove those plantain or banana trees that are there ready to extend. So I'll see you guys soon, okay? So guys, I'm here. I'm going to transplant my bougainvilleas into a bigger container. A container that I add some of my potting soil. See, we have too much roots coming now for this container. So I'm going to put it in here and probably start some more in here once I get a little more growth. I could cut them here. They're going to branch more when I cut them, and I could start more plants because I need more bougainvillea to fill that fence. So I'm cutting the bag so I don't damage too much roots. I went upstairs and forgot to walk with my gloves. So I'm going to try to do this without making too much mess. Be careful with the roots because they're not rooted. It's still young roots. But there's a lot. It's done already getting root bound. You see that? But it's growing perfect the way I want it to be growing. Look at that. Can you guys see that? I could have put more soil in this and make it a bigger container, but it was my potting soil. Did you guys see that? Done. Look at my bougainvilleas, guys. I love these. I'm going to make more. See that? So I have my bougainvillea plant. I could put this down here somewhere, but I don't want the cats getting to it. So let's put it back up here. So one plant is in the ground. Well, not in the ground, in the bag. Let's look at this one. The roots are getting there too, but it's not as much as the other one, but I think I need to transplant this one too. They make roots fast, see? Root bone. This one just getting some roots, so I'm going to, I know I need a bigger container for this, definitely, but I'm going to wait. I should make more cuttings because I have those bags, them empty bags that didn't work. Let's see if I could go down to my trees down there, check them out, and then come back and see if I could make some more cuttings and get some bags for these trees. These moringa trees, I know I could plant somewhere back there, but if I put them up and then I put a chicken coop along there, because I'm thinking I'm extending my chicken coop down, and then I might build another one, a bigger one over there if I decide to get more chicks. So I don't want to put the trees and then I have to destroy them later. You got me? If my camera is shaking a little, I'm trying my gimbal. I have this gimbal where I could track and it's doing some funky stuff. Alright, see you guys soon. So I'm heading down here, guys. I'm heading down. So I'm heading down here to get some clippings to put on these bags that didn't work out. This walking down here and this lumpy hard stuff is not easy, okay? One day I was walking out here a lot. I went inside, my knee, oh my God. My knee was hurting. Walking on this lumpy thing when it was first done. And here it's coming nicely. I have to transplant. You know what? After I do this, I coming down here before the sun gets too hot. No, I'm going to transplant in the evening. Those, see, I put one here. I'm going to put them here along the fence, or down there along the fence. So they have this side, and then the cucumbers have this side. These are the tomatoes that are growing up there. They just started growing, and I want them out my tamarind tree. So I'm going down here to cut some clippings. It's bushy down here. I need to get down here bush clean. That's why I need to be working on. The bush down here getting clean. It's too much bush. I tell you, pruning works, okay? When you prune, the tree just starts, you know, producing more shoots, more leaves, more branches to give you more fruit. The more branches. I can't get over to that tree. It's crowded. That's the only one that is not doing as good. But this one is doing good too. So I'm going to cut from these two. Like I said, I label them. Oh, we have more plantings there coming. Right there. We cut one down. We have more coming. So I'm going to get some of these citrus because those ones that I cut the last time didn't work out. So, and they said you could, and I believe these were cuttings when I bought them. I'm going to leave the branches a little longer this time and see if I could put more than one node in the dirt and they make roots. All right, see you soon. Guys, I'm walking back here and look, a nice earthworm. A nice earthworm here. It's huge. Going, that's a good fishing worm right there. Can you guys see it? Right there. There it is. Wiggling its way through. That's what. So guys, I'm back up here. If you mind, I'm dirty. I'm in the mud. I have stains on this shirt from being out here in the mud. That's what happens when you garden, okay? If I'm out there every day in mud, it's going to be mud. So I got 2 clippings of the 2 citrus trees. I need to get some of the other one, but that one is not thriving. I have to get that weeded down there around that other one. So these are the clippings. Some of them are still here trying to survive, and I didn't get any more guava because the guava is like, the guava is not lasting. I probably need to get the young guava leaves. Like I said, my tree is full of flowers, so I don't want to disturb my flowers. But this time with the citrus, even if the leaf is big, I'm going to cut the leaf off. And I have some of the greener, softer branches, the younger branches, to see if that is going to help. Some of the younger branches here are still, but I left too much leaf off for some of the younger branches. So let me see what I could do. See, I still have some here that don't have anything. So like I always do, I cut at a slant. You're supposed to cut at the node. I'm going to cut this one here. I don't have my pruner, I have my scissors. Cut the leaves off. The plant try to save the leaves if you don't cut the leaves off. Probably if I cut these things off. I'm leaving one leaf off. sticking it back in the soil here. I'm not doing too much this time. Leaving it a little longer. Cutting the leaves off. One leaf, I'm leaving one leaf. I'm making 2 out of this too. 6 plus 1. Which was 1. So this plant here, I think, have leaf minors. One of these plants have leaf minors, so I think that's why the leaves too are falling off. When they have insects and leaf minors, you have to have healthy leaves to do the propagation properly. So I think that one has leaf minor. I don't know if it's going to work again, so let's see. Okay, I could only try without any rooting agent or anything. I'm rooting plants, so let me see if these are going to root. The guava did not root. The guava did not survive. I don't want to take any other young guava leaves because they have flowers, so I'm just trying. Okay, so I gotta get this. Look at the little one there. This charcoal and some manure in my bed over there. Once they start growing, I think we need to fertilize. When they're seedlings, you don't need to fertilize, so I didn't put them in the fertilizer yet. They have to grow a little. And then I bought more turmeric and ginger, so I have to plant those, but I have to plant these in the evening because it's too hot during the day to plant seedlings. So that's what I'm going to do with these tomatoes that is overcrowding my tamarind tree. And I have to put the tamarind tree in a bigger thing like this. So I'm going upstairs to see if I could get some more bags, probably this size gallon bags, to plant these other bougainvillea in, and probably plant some of these. These grow easily, so I'm going to put them in the ground. So if I have to pick them up, I pick them up. But the big trees I have to watch. So let me go get some more used gallon bags so I could plant seeds in. Guys, in the meantime, the roof is going on. I'm going to go up there. You could see from here a little that they on the other side. Yesterday they did the one side, last night as I show you, but it got dark. They worked up until it was dark, and now they're doing the other side. They're smart. They don't work in the heat, right? It's too hot. So they're up there. I'm going to give you updates, so stay tuned on the roofing. Let me just deal with the plants before the sun gets too hot. I still don't see any marigolds coming up here, and they're easy plant. They're probably just taking a little longer. I have some in soil upstairs too. I have to weed here again because I'm watering for the marigolds and I ain't seeing them. So let's see. Look at how these are already shooting up. This is why I have them in the tire. I have to contain them because they get too invasive, and the snake plants could get invasive. I'm having them in containers, so when I'm ready to plant them where I want to plant them, and I still gonna probably contain them. So if you guys want to know why I have them in tire, that's the reason I have them in tire. I'm waiting for my grass to root. They look like they're dying, but they're not. Okay, so I just need them to root. That's what grass does when you put them down, but I've been watering. Guys, I'm going down here to collect eggs. I forgot I didn't collect eggs. Let me see if the ladies brought me any eggs. So guys, I'm back. I went to check on the chicks. The chicks, they are laying on their eggs, so I didn't get to pick the eggs. I realized the chicks wants to lay on the eggs. The sick chick, well, I won't call it the sick chick, the one that won't walk. She's standing, she's moving a little around, but I am afraid to put her back with the other ladies. So what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to mark each egg from today. Most likely the eggs are fertile. The lady in the pen who is not walking well, her eggs are not fertile. So I'm going to mark each egg with a marker, like put an X on each egg, and take the eggs from today. Usually they lay like 15 to 20 eggs. If she lays, if they don't crack. So if I could get at least 15 eggs in with that sick chick, I'm doing like an experiment to see if she would hatch these eggs. Even though she don't have fertile eggs, I don't know if she's going to lay on these eggs because she's not with the other ladies. So let's see if this chick would lay on these eggs and I could hatch some eggs. Even if I get 5 eggs out of these, 5 chicks out of this, at least I know I could hatch some eggs naturally instead of using an incubator. So it's an experiment. Do this experiment with me and see if I could get some chicks hatch. Okay? So I've been thinking, trying to figure out how am I going to hatch these eggs? How am I going to hatch these eggs? I don't want to be the one hatching them in an incubator and then we have to brood them. When the chick hatch them, maybe I might put another lady in there with them because the mom has to take care of them, the ones that lay on the egg. So if the ladies lay on the egg and I take them out, they are the ones who take care of the chicks. I don't want to be the one taking care of brooding chicks. To me, it's the more natural way, and I'll try that way first before I try to do incubation or whatever to hatch some chicks. This is just my experiment. I have time here to construct in my home. There's a lot going on, but I'll be gone for a few days. But Ima and his mom is here, and Super Shadi will be here. So hopefully things work out. Okay, it's an experiment, and the chicks today I'm going to mark each egg and put in with the and probably take another hen and put in with the other chick. Let's see if I put the other hen in with the other chick and see if they would lay on these eggs. Okay, stay tuned. So come on upstairs, let's check on the roofing. Okay, the roofing is going on and I have to go upstairs to look for my gloves and to find some other bags so I could plant in. So come along with me. Let's go upstairs. I look like the culprit who always coming around. Anyway, let's go upstairs to see Ima water down there. I'm going to transplant though some stuff myself today, some tomatoes, and make sure they're properly in the soil and nice along the fence. So I'll have tomatoes along the fence and cucumbers. I'll have everything. So I have to go clean out up there because I want to put some lemongrass and stuff on the other side of the fence. Yes. Okay. And this side, that's where they're at. Almost fully closed in, you see. Puss, where you going? You nosy, right? You nosy too? But you're scared at the ponging. Where you going? Where you going? Like what they say? Where you go? How you say? Where you going? Where you go? Something like that. Where you go? Where you go? In the tree. That's how they say it. Where you go? So just the middle part and the edges has to be done. They're almost done over here. So we're getting there, guys. The roof is getting put on. This is the see how thick it is. It's not flimsy like those other ones. This is the highest grade that I got. The highest grade aluminum. So we working. I'll be dried in. No more water up here. Just the plastering has to be done because the water comes through the walls if you don't plaster. And even sometimes if you plaster, if you don't waterproof it, it comes through the wall. So water soaks through cement. So that's why I wanted to get this roof dried in. Yep, and then I have to put this up on top. I full it up this morning. I have a lot of water, so ain't no way now they're using it. I told them after the holidays, I feel like being without water for no reason. I know it probably only gonna be a day, but I full it right back up because I'm doing laundry. Just this morning I full it. So they have to take a while before it get empty again. So no moving poly tank right now. This little one staying right there for a while because I was going to move it, but I decided, nope, let me wait. So I'm going to get my plastic bags, and I might get some of those shopping bags that I brought back from the States to put some trees in. My nursery is growing. I always wanted to have an area to nurse plants. I used to nurse them on my patio, and my ex-husband used to, you and all these plants, you and all these plants. I had hydroponics in my house in a tent. Oh man, it's just something that I always love, you know. I did hydroponic tents in my house. Had plants everywhere. From my first house, my second house, I had plants. Anyway, I did my whole landscaping for my second house. Look at me, man. Getting ready to go to school. I came down here really early. He hasn't left the house yet to go to school. Okay. Let me go and do something before the sun comes. You see, the sun was down. The shade was there. Now the shade is here. It's moving fast, so let me get some work done. So what I'm doing here today is, instead I'm going to mark the X. Look at Push trying to get in the house. I always trying to get in the house, but I had some pomegranate seeds here, right? And they are taking long to germinate in the soil. The last time I had them in my, I germinate some in paper. So what I did is, for those of you who want to try this, I'll show you. So I'm putting some seeds. I wet a piece of paper towel. I'm putting some seeds on the paper towel, and I'm going to put it in the Ziploc bag to keep it moist, and start them and put it in a dark place. It has to be in a dark. There is my seeds. So I'm just going to, oops, one fell. I'm going to cover them over like this and put them in this little Ziploc. And let's see if these gonna germinate before those, because those down in the soil should be germinating by now. The last time it took a few weeks, I think, for these to germinate too. But once I just keep them inside, leave them there, I don't have to do anything with them again. They stay moist. I will check the paper towel to make sure it's still moist, and they should germinate. I stayed upstairs too long. I was doing too much business. Now the sun is coming more and more and more and more. Let me go downstairs. I got my bags, you know. I got my bags here that I'm going to plant in and do some transplanting, you see. My devoted bag, healthcare. I'm going to, this big one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to full it today. It's hot out here. You guys know that, right? H.O.T. hot, right? You guys already know. You don't know, okay? You don't know. So they're still up there working. Look, they left plastic here from the stuff that they had here wrapped. I picked up the ones earlier, but I didn't see this one. So I have to go hang clothes now in the heat. And I was trying to do some planting, but now I got put back. So stay tuned, okay? Guys, I'm going to do some transplanting, but I'm going to push this over there, get some type of sand and soil and mix. I have nobody here to help me. The sun is hot. So my battery here is getting low. So I'll bring you guys some, and then I'll see if I could charge my phone. I'll put some of this. This is like chicken manure mix. And some of this that is left. And in some of that other sand over there, that's the plan, or some of this dirt here. This dirt is really hard, so I have to get either that type of sand from over there or a mixture. So that's what I'm about to do. I can't bring everything. My battery is getting low, and then I'm going to do some transplanting here. Okay. I think I need a little more shade while these are drying out quick. Well, they're not drying because I've been watering nice. These already root. See, they're rooted. They're not coming back up. So it's just the citrus and the exelia. Some of them, the smaller exelia. That plant wasn't healthy, but I took what I can to see if I could get it to catch. I'm transplanting some of these stuff. These here old, they're not going to get any bigger. They're kale or greens. I think collard greens. These are collard greens. They never got transplanted when I was in the States, so they stayed. This has to get transplanted. All of that is I'm going to try and do it today, okay? Bear with me. I'm taking my time because I don't want to get overheated. I hang my clothes. Now I am going to do some transplanting. So this is my sand for plastering. This is the sand that they had just doing the regular casting and stuff. This little left here. So I'm going to take from here and mix it with some of that dirt down there and see if I could, and some, of course, peat moss, not peat moss, cocoa peat, and some fertilizer over there. So I'm going to mix some soil to put in these containers. Bear with me, guys. You guys are up there doing the roof. They look like they're almost done. And I'm here. I got my soil from here. I'm going over there to mix it with some of that stuff that I have there. Okay, so this was some, I left here. It just, probably all the nutrients went out of it, but I'm still adding it because it's still good to add to the soil. Some cocoa peat that was left out here. That cocoa peat was never good. Cocoa peat, when you're starting seedlings and doing hydroponics with cocoa peat, you want a pure, clean one. It's getting like a fungus or something. Their cocoa peat here probably didn't dry good. They didn't sterilize it good. So I'm using it in my potting mix for some bags that I have here to transplant some trees. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Mix this soil to make more potting soil with the little cocoa peat that's left and some manure. All right, see you soon. You guys know what I'm about to say, right? You know what I'm about to say. I had to take the hat off so I could get some air underneath. But it ain't easy. Oh, don't think it's easy down here in the heat, working. I have to go down and check on my eggs, see if they have any, if they're going to let me get to them. But after digging, I have to take a rest. I can't overexert myself. So if I don't get it done, by the time the sun gets hot on this side, that's it. I'll wait till later or tomorrow to finish. That's just how it is. So guys, I'm putting some cocoa peat in I just did that, put some cocoa peat in the soil that I got, and now I'm going to put this stuff. This is manure. So I'm going to mix that with that, but I have to go get my gloves, and I'll be right back. So before I put my gloves on, I gotta make sure I got everything set, because once the gloves goes on, can't touch nothing. I wonder if I should put some charcoal. I have so much charcoal, it just makes a mess when you use it. Let me go get some charcoal. Okay, so this works better. This is manure. This is manure instead of charcoal. It's in a bag. It's just the bag is breaking from the sun. Yes, that bag is disintegrating also. So now I need some charcoal. These bags is no good. They're getting in the soil. I have to take the white stuff out from the bags. Guys, I got distracted dealing with other things, so the sun has come in my area now. So I really need to put up the other shade cloth, either here, hanging it here, or I think I have two. I need to probably do two, make it a little cooler over here. But I'm going to move this over here so I could mix this soil well. I have other things doing, that's why I keep getting interrupted, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go move this over here so I could, under the cool area, I still have some more clothes to hang on the clothesline. And then I'm going upstairs. The roofers is probably almost done by now. They were doing the middle pieces and the ends. All the sheets look like they're up. And I have a roof, guys. I have a roof. But let me get out this sun, okay? I'm here to check on the ladies. They're back there. I hope they didn't. They like to come under this tree until when the sun is up hot. I hope they don't lay any eggs. See how they make their little bed back here to cool off in the heat. I'm checking to see if they lay any eggs, because this is the laying period that they lay. I'm going to have to get back there. Sorry, this tree gonna have to go, that tree gonna have to go. That's why planting trees, sometimes you have to really plan. And I didn't know what I'm going to do with her yet. I know I'm going to expand, but I didn't know when and stuff. So what I have to do now is move these trees. And I think one of these trees might be a banana tree. But they have little ones coming up, so I'll save. And that one over there might be able to move without a problem. But the big one, I don't know if we're going to be able to save it. But we're going to move it. These going to have to move. They're not the greatest lemon trees anyway. But they are lemony. But the blades are so hard. And not as lemony. So they're going to have to move. There's that big one down there anyway. So that's going to be the plan here. So the little shade is going to go away. Okay. So now I said I'm going to lay these eggs to let them lay, but I don't want to see the laying on the eggs, and they don't want me to get to them. I just saw them like roll them in, you know, to lay on them. Today, they really got in those eggs. Oh, the crack one. Look at that. The one up here crack. the crack one. So what I'm going to do, look at them back there, look. They're chilling out under the cool in the back outside. But the crack one egg here, and then I have to get to the others. They want to lay on them, guys. What do I do? I said I'm going to mark these today and put them in with one of the hens, see if they could lay it. They're gonna lay on them. Give me one egg. Look at her. One egg. I wonder if it's cracked. As I said, I was going to go in, but I'm here mixing the soil. I'm getting it mixed good. I move it over to mix it because the sun is just coming, so I only have a few minutes. You see the sun is coming to mix the soil, and then I have to go inside to cool off. Come out here later this evening. That's the plan. So the roofers came and see the finish. Ah, look at them liars. Look at what they said. They said they clean up. And it's little pieces they leave, like I had left over. This is not clean. This is not clean. Look at this. Yeah, so I was finally inside, and they said they were finished and they leave, and I forgot to ask if they clean behind themselves. So I came up here to see if they clean, but guess what? It's a mess. No, we calling the boss. I'm calling the office. They need to come back and clean this. I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that at all. So they're putting up a pole to tap on this light, this line here. The poultry farm owner is going to tap. We made an agreement with him to fix the lines that are hanging to tap the poles, because you know, we are good neighbors. We're not mean. You just need to pull the lines a little tighter and fix the... I'll show you guys when we go up. But he's tapping at a pole here, and I guess they're going to run it somehow up there. Back out there in the heat. I'm going to check on my clothes. But then I'm going back inside. Inside was feeling really good in the AC, okay? I go and cook before I come back out here this evening.